Hello, I'm Katie Knight and welcome back to my podcast, Can You Put Me on Guest List? Today's guest, I can't actually believe she's on the podcast. Today's guest is an absolute powerhouse. I feel very, very privileged to have her on the show. With me is Nicole Moudaber. Nicole, I mean, does she need much of an introduction? I don't think she does. She's just incredible. She's more than a DJ and producer. She's a movement, and she's really carved out a space in the techno world that's entirely her own. But before she was headlining festivals and clubs around the globe, she was a promoter booking DJs long before she became one herself. And today, many of those bookings have turned into friendships, collaborations, and mutual respect. So in this episode, we dive deep into the evolution of Nicole's journey from promoter to globally respected artist and the lessons that she's learned along the way. We talk about the current state of Ibiza and how the island continues to change and challenge artists, what it takes to stay relevant and inspired in 2025, and the mindset needed for a long, sustainable career in music nowadays. We also go off the dance floor and onto the racetrack, exploring her love of fast cars and other things that she likes doing outside of music. She is just so lovely to talk to. I love having a chat with Nicole. And as I said, super excited that she's finally here on Can You Put Me on Guest List? This podcast is powered by TrackStack, the platform designed to help you build a sustainable career in electronic music, whether you're managing demos, sending promos, leveling up your tracks, or monetizing your music knowledge. TrackStack makes the process easy and efficient. It's super easy to use. And if you would like to give it a go, you can do so using the promo code CUPMOG. That is the first letter of every word of Can You Put Me on Guest List for 10% off for life. Right, here it is. This is Nicole Moudaber here on Can You Put Me on Guest List. Enjoy. Well, I thought we'd have a little wine.
Let's do this.
Cheers.
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 Gin, gin.
I just thought because it's Friday. And it's been a long week, and that
So naughty.
it's 6 o'clock. It's all right.
It is. For you.
How are you? You okay?
I'm good. Yeah.
How's your week been?
Crazy. Been locked in the studio for about 2.5 weeks now.
Really?
So my head's a bit like that, yeah.
Oh, I can imagine.
It's good though. Yeah.
But here in London?
Yeah.
What was the, you posted about some cars that you'd gone to play around with.
Yeah, that's my hobby.
I love that.
I've been doing it since 2016.
Have you? What got you into that?
Friends of mine, racers, they saw it in me, I guess, and said, "You gotta do this." I said, okay. So I went to Brands Hatch, actually, and I got my license.
What, so you need like a specific
You
license
need a
to race?
specific racing license,
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Well, I
I'm a
guess that makes
professional, darling.
sense. Look at you. She's a pro.
I'm a pro, yeah. I don't do things halfway. It's either everything or nothing.
So how often do you go racing then?
As much as my time allows. Twice a year. I'm planning one in Wales now. A rally car, which I have never done before. So hopefully I can do this in September.
And so when you race, like, this might sound like a really stupid question, but I don't know much about it. Like, do you choose who you're going to race against, or is it just like you just go out and drive?
Me going out and drive with my coach.
Okay.
Who's an F1 test driver, 3 times European GT3 world champion. And we hire the entire track, and we get all the engineers down, and it's like a full-on day doing laps and learning the skills and going crazy.
Oh, that's fun.
A lot of fun.
Do you just kind of like forget about everything? Can you just in the zone?
Completely. I always compared it to DJing.
Why? In what way?
The adrenaline, the focus behind it, and and forgetting about the world.
Yeah.
So it's got that similar
Feeling.
feeling to it, yeah.
Have you just had a car wrapped with all of like there's a
Every
picture of your
time,
face
yeah.
on it?
It's my coach that likes to wrap the car with my logos and blah, blah, blah. The last one, he said, I'm going to put your face on it. I was like, oh my God, okay.
It
And they
looks
did.
cool.
Yeah.
That must have been well excited.
Totally. I mean, yeah, it was mind-blowing.
Because did you go with Carl as well? Because he's into his racing.
Yeah, he's into drag racing. I do
Okay.
GT3. That was a trip on our way to Burning Man.
So you
We stopped at Napa for 4 days
Oh.
on way to Burning Man. And there's this friend of theirs that has this incredible car collection. I mean, like 30 classic cars that you won't find on the market anymore. This Ferrari, for example, that we uncovered was maybe you have like 5 or 6 of them in the world.
Really?
Yeah, something outstanding.
Wow.
And so, yeah, we picked a few cars from him and we drove to this hotel that we were staying at. It was like an hour drive and it was mega.
Oh, that's so much fun.
Yeah.
I don't know a great deal about cars, but I've just started working with this company and it's called BOTB.
Okay.
And basically, it's like a competition platform. So people buy raffle tickets and then they win dream cars.
Wow.
So then we go and surprise people with like Lamborghinis and Ferraris.
Amazing.
And it's so cool.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. Like, yeah, the people's
That's a
faces.
great prize to give to people.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing.
We did one the other day and it was like a house and an Audi RS Q8
Wow.
like together. So it's like a really nice. So now I'm just like
Awesome.
learning about cars. Because does Carl?
Yeah, we should go. We should go and do like a race day together.
Yeah.
One
Imagine
day.
doing an interview in the car.
Yes,
That'd be cool.
that would be cool. I'm hoping to play more F1 parties around the world. So, doing a party on the race track.
That's
it's
so
gonna be
cool.
Amazing, yeah.
Are there like a lot of DJs that are into racing and cars as well?
Not sure. I don't think so. No. Carl has an incredible collection. I went to his once in Australia.
Yeah.
He's got about 50 classic cars and supercars
Has he?
and about 80 bikes. And yeah, he's a fanatic.
Does he like drive them all though, or are they just
Yeah,
there?
of course. Yeah, he drives them, yeah.
I wonder how he picks which car he's going to choose in the morning.
He's very clever the way he picks them. He picks the cars that don't depreciate that much, so it's an investment
Yeah.
as such.
Yeah.
They don't lose money. You've got these fanatics around the world, yeah.
When did you and Carl meet?
In 2009,
In 2009.
that's when he discovered me, actually.
Really?
Yes.
Where? Where did he discover you?
From my music. He started playing my music on his radio shows. And his producer is and was still a very good friend of mine. And he's my radio producer now. So he was passing my music to him. And he just loved the music and started playing it. And then after that, he named me in the top 100 DJ. You know, they do the questions. Who's the most underrated DJ? And he named me in his interview, which I didn't find out about it till like a month later. Someone told me, did you see what Carl Cox said? And I said, no. And that same year, he invited me to open one of his shows here in London, the launch of an album he had. And that same year also, I started playing with him in Ibiza.
So
That was the year where, you know, my music was making noise and I started to DJ. I never thought I was going to DJ. I just wanted to make music. I never planned it.
It just happened.
It just happened, and I panicked. Get me a mixer. I need to DJ and practice. And I never DJed. I never thought of DJing. I just went into the studio to make music. I didn't plan to have a career out of it.
Wow.
It just happened.
Because were you a promoter before that
Yeah,
as well?
yeah, that was my thing.
That
yeah.
was how. So that's how you started, and then you just started
Yes.
producing music from that.
Well, I mean, I started promoting parties in Lebanon. I kicked off the scene in Lebanon. Nobody has seen a DJ ever in their life back then, after the war. So I kicked off and booked so many DJs. Then I had an incident in Lebanon. They threw me in jail. And that was
How long were you in jail for?
about 8 hours,
The longest 8 hours of your life, I can
the
imagine.
longest.
My God, that's
There
crazy.
was no social media. My parents didn't know because it was scandalous. I didn't tell them till 16 years later.
You didn't tell them until 16 years?
No, I hid the story because it was shameful and a scandal.
Wow.
I didn't talk about it.
My God.
The first time I talked about it was at the TOA in Berlin. They invited me to talk. I was a guest in this tech conference in Berlin. And that's when I talked about the story for the first time ever,
And when was that?
2016.
So really not that long ago. Because we did the WMC panel with
Yeah.
Danny Tenaglia. Look at me interviewing you twice in a month. And
Yeah.
you mentioned it then, and I was like, what? I didn't
Yeah.
even know that.
Yeah, I didn't say anything because I didn't want to put them in this position, my
Yeah.
family.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but then in 2016, obviously, I had more confidence. I was independent. I gained my strength in the world. So I had the guts to say these things without giving a fuck, basically.
Yeah.
You know.
And what happened after that then? You obviously, you didn't carry on throwing parties in Lebanon, or did you?
No, after that point, I left and I came to London and started throwing parties in London at Turnmills.
Wow.
I did that for 6 years,
Was it-
every month
Every month you did a party here in London.
in London at Turnmills.
Did you have like a big network in London at that point, or did you just kind of come fresh?
Well, I had a label with a partner, and I thought, okay, I've got something in London. Let me focus on that label. My partner also helped me to get introduced to Danny Newman and to people like that. And, you know, it started to happen. I booked more than 500 DJs in that club. Launched a lot of careers as well because I loved the aspect of programming, the musical aspect of programming at night. So in that sense, it was very artistic and it excited me so much how to build a night musically. And Paco Osuna had his first London gig with me ever in his life.
No
Ever.
way.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you actually today about the podcast, sorry.
I discovered him. I had a vinyl of his called Welcome to the Jungle. I'll never forget it. And I quite liked that tribally techno groove. I was like, who is this guy? So I got in touch. His manager, Rosella Solmi, I remember her name was. She used to look after another artist, Francesco Farfa, at the time. And that's how I got him to London.
Wow.
Ever. Yeah.
You're still really good friends with Paco, aren't you?
Yeah, but then, you know, we weren't friends after that point. We became friends later when I became an artist, we got connected again.
So when you'd booked him, it was just more of just like a business relationship? and
Yeah,
that
it was a booking, a DJ booking.
Who else did you book who you're now really good friends with?
Oh, God, a lot. Smoking Joe, Tom Stefan, Chusen Ceballos,
Oh, wow.
all these guys in the past. I wanted to book Adam Beyer. The club didn't want him because he's too minimal. And there was like all these stories, man.
Do you miss your promoting
Tons.
days?
I do, but you know what? It was always a high and the next was a low. Like you win some, you lose some. And it's very nerve-wracking being a promoter because it's not always a win-win, right?
Yeah.
So, but I loved it. I mean, even when I lost the money, I just wanted to do it again the next time, you know.
Yeah.
The first party I did, not the first, one party in Lebanon I did was the first party that earned me a lot of money. And my parents at the time didn't approve of this lifestyle that I had. So they weren't behind me. So they cut the money tap as such. So when I did this party, I did like 100 grand in cash. And I put it in a black garbage bag. And I came to the house and I slammed it on the floor. I was like, that's it. I'm out of here.
And that's it?
I'm out of here. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how long were you doing parties in Lebanon for?
About 3 years.
And then you did 6 years here in London?
Yeah.
And then when
And then I stopped.
Okay.
Went to Ibiza. I bought a finca. And I turned it into a 4 double-bedroom house. 17-meter pool. 4 double bedrooms. It was a tiny little finca in San Jose.
Really?
On Kilometro 4. And it was the second villa ever to be rented at the time in Ibiza.
What year is this?
That was around 2006, 7.
Okay.
That's when people started to rent houses in Ibiza. The first one was Villa Rocca. I don't know if you heard about it.
Yeah.
That was like in Condé Nast and everywhere.
Yeah.
The biggest villa on the island. They used to rent it out. And these guys helped us find this house, which we started to rent. And that project made me stop promoting in London. So I stopped it and I went and I focused on that project. I know every industrial shop on the island, every cement shop, every fontanero, every electrician.
It's like, and in Spain as well, these things
In
like
Spain,
so
I didn't
slow.
speak the language also, but I learned it in 6 to 8 months because my background is French.
Yeah.
So the builders don't speak any other language, so it took me a while. Then I started to sack everybody in Spanish, and that's when I gained my balls, basically, on the construction site.
And then I started to sack everyone in Spanish.
Fuera de mi casa!
I love that. So were you playing in Ibiza at that point?
Absolutely
No.
not. No, no.
Look, and what a full circle
Yeah,
then.
yeah, I didn't think about playing. However, the music was always blaring while I was shining the floors and the
Sacking
chromes
people.
and the grouting. I had the best arms ever. I used to work manually 8 hours a day
Wow.
to build this house. Yeah, I learned a lot. It was an incredible experience. The first time in my life I do such a thing.
Yeah. Do you still have the house?
I sold it in 2014.
Hmm.
Yeah. Every time I land in Ibiza, I have tears in my eyes. I'm still mourning this place for some reason. I don't know why. But the memories on this island is not about clubbing for me. It never was.
Yeah.
It's a different lifestyle I have and a different connection I have with Ibiza. Now, yes, I play and all that, but don't think you're gonna see me in a club if I'm not playing. I will be on a boat on the way to Formentera or sitting somewhere calm, and
Yeah.
that's what Ibiza is for me, you know.
That's really refreshing, actually, because you never have that conversation with people, the
Yeah.
artists, that they're like, whenever you talk about Ibiza, they're like, yeah, like the connection that I have, and it's always like club and
Yeah.
clubbing related.
Don't get me wrong, Sundays at Space was sacred.
Yeah.
Mondays at DC10 was sacred. We
Yeah.
used to party all the time. When there was no roof and all of that during that time, yes. We had incredible times when it was real, not, you know, the VIP tables and all that bullshit that is
Yeah.
happening right now.
How do you how
I
are you
don't like
finding
it.
it?
It's trash.
It is, isn't it?
But if you're not mixing in those places, Ibiza is still the same. The charm is still there.
Yeah. It's still there, but it is true that now
Yeah, it's turning too commercial, and
it's only really Amnesia that has like what it, and obviously DC10, I guess, but everywhere else now is not really authentic Ibiza or what Ibiza was, is it?
the minute I saw Costa Coffee, I can't remember when they started it,
A few years ago.
at the airport, I said to myself, we're fucked. And then after that, the Hard Rock opened, and I don't know what. I said, that's it, we're done.
And now we've got Uber, which obviously Uber's there. There's there's everything now, isn't there?
Yeah. It's
There's
becoming
even a
like.
Greg's. There's a Greg's. You know, like the Greg's sandwich. There's a Greg's in San Antonio.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I know, it's sad, isn't it?
But it's good that it's only concentrated in certain areas. And we don't like to divulge the other areas that we know. We just keep them to ourselves.
Yeah, that is so true. That is
Right?
so true.
Keep them to yourself so that they're calm and peaceful.
So you used to go to Sundays at Space.
Oh my God, yes.
Were you friends with Carl then at that point?
No.
So you
Oh, hang on. I was looking after Victor Calderon, and Victor played Cal Cox's Night back then when I was not an artist.
Really?
And we went up to Carl's house at like 8 a.m. And yeah, it's just so surreal, this full circle that happened in my, just because of the love of the music.
Yeah.
I'm surrounded by music, whether I'm behind the scenes or in front of a crowd. I've always been excited about our scene and our culture. I mean, I promoted this scene and culture when it was non-existent in a country after war. I was handing out this kind of music to the radio stations so that they can play it and people, you know, listen to it. And, you know, if I wasn't that passionate about it, I don't know if I would be where I am today.
Yeah.
You know, because it kind of led me to be here.
Yeah. I guess like right now with, you know, especially with like social media and everything, it's just oversaturated and there's so much. But what do you think is like the key things to stay successful and sustainable like nowadays as an artist?
I don't want to sound too cliche, but quality has longevity. As simple as that. If you go to a Picasso piece of art, it's still there after his death, right? you might have a copy of it at Tesco or Sainsbury's, but it's going to be in the bin after a month. I don't know. This is how I see it. So longevity, I think it's being true to yourself and not follow the trends, follow your ears, your heart, don't copy, stay true to yourself. And also your personality and being humble and down to earth with the people around you also contributes to longevity.
Totally.
Yeah, you have to be humble, really, and at the end of the day, you're playing other people's records. I mean, it's not like you are Lady Di,
Yeah.
You're not.
It's so
So
true.
that's it, easy, and you gotta have this mentality that you're here to create joy and happiness and party atmosphere. Other than that, you're nothing,
I love what you say about, staying humble and being,
Yeah.
and the way that you are around people, because it's so true. And even from like, a presenter or podcast host perspective, when you like pitch ideas or you go and, ask an artist if they want to do an interview or chat about something and you get like a no or like a bad vibe or just kind of like they don't want to be there and don't want to chat, it's like why do you
Who
have
the
to
fuck
be?
do you think you are?
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, like we're all like in this industry where it's all supposed to be like, we all have fun, and we are so privileged to be in such a like work in
I mean,
such an
we
amazing
used to have
industry.
this mentality. Why did it dissolve? That's the question.
Yeah, what happened?
What happened? Social media, I think.
Do you think?
A little bit.
What, because you just think that now there's just like people compare themselves and try and be better, or is it just like...
I think people have lost artistry and they're becoming characters and actors rather than, and comedians, because it's like being a clown almost on stage. And you're losing the artistry, the quality of the music.
Totally.
That's what's been lost, I think.
I guess like that comes from a place of like people thinking, if I act like a clown or do all this stupid
I
stuff...
attract attention, yeah.
Yeah.
It's all about the attention seeking. Like me. Please see me and like me.
Yeah.
This validation, this urge and want to be validated via a like from people you don't know.
It's sad.
It's so sad. I don't understand it. I still don't. This is why you don't see me like holding my phone all the time.
Yeah, your Instagram is so like authentic. It's about what you've been up to, not just your
And I
music.
get reproached like why you're not doing more. And it's like, it's not me. Like, I'm very private. I don't like to air my dirty laundry in public. For example, like people, if they want to say happy birthday or RIP or everything, they post it on social media. Call the fucking family or, do it behind the scenes. Why do you have to do it in public? Like, who the fuck are you to do it in, like, why?
Yeah.
But this train has long gone and there's no way to stop it, so here we are.
It is crazy though. It is getting like just out of control, isn't it? But I also do think though, either one, it will get to a point where everyone's just gonna like be like, I've had enough of this. Let's try and go back to where we are, or it will just cut out all the bullshit, and people that are like that will be at one place in their career, and people that are just very authentic will be another.
Listen, I think it is in age brackets.
Yeah.
The kids are not gonna stop because that's what they grew up
Yeah,
on.
true.
So, listen, you can do whatever you feel like doing. I don't like the pressure behind social media that I have to do that. I don't have to do anything, basically. Let the music speak.
Exactly. What do you do about do you ever get people that like troll and like say bad things on social media?
I used to, and I used to wait for that because I'm very confrontational. I was like, okay, let's play, let's play. Let's get down, bitch. They told me not to do it.
But I carried on anyway.
I stopped for a moment. I stopped. But sometimes I can't shut my mouth. That's the problem.
Yeah.
And I've been shadow banned, and I've been.
Really?
Yes, yes. Because now they can report you, and they get upset and report you and cancel you and all this.
Yeah.
It's terrible. It's like people that that don't know me actually. Like you don't know anything about me. What gives you the permission to talk anything?
I know, it's
or
crazy.
to get on my page, or
Or people.
or to give your comment. No one asked you.
Yeah.
It's like.
Do you know what the thing that
It's a
upsets
weird
me?
space.
It's such a weird space. I think the thing that upsets me the most about that isn't the fact that if I've got a negative comment or somebody said something, it's not the fact that you're saying something horrible to me. It's just the fact that there actually are people out there that think that that's okay. That upsets me.
Yes, babe. I think the key is to ignore.
Yeah, but so
hard. It's so hard.
hard.
I know. But it's a skill that you need to learn.
This guy the other
just
day.
ignore.
Yeah, this guy the other day, I was doing some Ibiza content. So I grew up in Spain. I moved back to London a year ago, but I've lived in Spain since I was 12 years old, and 10 of them years were in Ibiza.
Wow.
So I'd done this content around Ibiza, and then this guy started commenting. He was like, "What does this woman know about Ibiza? You know absolutely nothing." And I was just like, "Who are you? Like, what is the point?"
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, people feel entitled, and that is a weird thing for me anyway.
It's funny because like, obviously there's social media, and then you've got like the WhatsApp groups and everything, and there's obviously so many positives. And one thing I wanted to talk about was the WhatsApp group that we're both in, the She Is the Music. How cool is that WhatsApp?
So fantastic.
It's amazing,
I love
isn't
it.
it?
Yeah.
It's just such a like nice community of like things that we can share and passing contacts on. And I think that's such a nice space for us to have.
We should have more of those.
We should have
Closed communities.
Yeah.
That's the key. You don't want. You don't bring strangers into your house, do you?
No.
So it should be the exact same principle behind it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or like the close friends thing on Instagram. I think that's cool.
Yeah, I don't have that, unfortunately.
Yeah. You could just open like a close
I don't do that.
You
I
just
have
put
it on
everything
WhatsApp and direct.
Yeah.
Direct.
Yeah.
My page is public. Got my team running it and stuff. I don't want to share private stuff on Instagram. No.
Yeah.
It's a great tool to talk to my fans and to engage. I'm very engaging with my fans. And I have to say, in recent years, I haven't been getting the cunts, as you say, as much as before. Now it's like a solid, incredible people that I'm always in touch with.
I love that.
And that they come to all my shows, they follow me everywhere. They became friends more than fans now. And that's what I love.
Do you think having In the Mood with a radio show, has that helped build that community?
Yes. I mean, it helped, yeah. I should reply. I'm making an effort now to reply on all the channels that this radio show is on.
Which must be loads.
Well, I mean, it's on 97 FM stations around the world. Then it's online, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Mixcloud.
So a lot of places.
So it's a lot of places.
But it's nice.
But I do make the effort to reply to each and every one of them. Obviously.
Do you like block like hours out in a day, or like use
No,
half a
it
day
just
to do it?
happens.
You just like when you're sat like at an airport or
Oh,
something.
exactly. When, when I have that time, I
Yeah.
make enough, even when I'm at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice.
It doesn't take long,
Yeah. No, it's
Yeah.
nice. Like when you get an actual reply from
Love it.
someone that you really admire, it's such a big thing to people.
Yeah. People come to me to shows, they tell me, we got married on your dance floor. We got engaged and now we are married, like on another show. And stuff like that. People who are sick, they listen to my show, puts them in a great mood. With mental health, it helps them a lot. I mean, it's incredible the positivity that music can bring to people, and I love that.
Yeah. That's what it's all about.
That's what it's about. You put a record on, you're in a good mood,
Yeah, exactly.
you know.
What's the craziest gift a fan has given you?
Actually, there are two in my lounge. A broken vinyl with my face on. He did my face in broken vinyl and with a cigarette in my mouth as well. It's a photo that he copied, but all in broken vinyl.
Really?
Mega.
Wow.
Yeah.
And they took it to a gig and gave it to you?
Yeah.
Aww.
Massive. And I had to travel with it
An extra.
because it's mega. It's something really outstanding. That photo that you saw of me on the car,
Yes.
that's another artist that drew me out of a photo with my tongue out
Wow.
and did that. It's also in my lounge.
That is so cool.
And people give me a lot of things and I keep all of them.
Do you?
Yeah.
Are these
Yeah.
people that you see time and time again at different gigs?
Different people, different gigs all over the world. They give me t-shirts, bracelets, healing stones, everything, really.
So do you like meet a lot of these fans after gigs, or do you do like meet and greets, or does it just kind of like...
A bit of everything, meet and greet, on stage, they hand me stuff, or they give it to my tour manager. Sometimes I meet them after the gig. Sometimes I dance with them on the floor, because I love dancing.
Yeah.
I used to live on the fucking dance floor. And I love to do that, because I miss it. I don't do it often.
I was just going to say, do you often go down to the dance floor?
No. But on my shows, like the last record, I rush to the floor and just, yes.
Where did I see you like go on the booth and actually dance as well not long ago?
Yeah.
I love that.
That is a few tequila. That is Don Julio speaking.
Is that your go-to drink, Don Julio?
Yeah, because it's an upper.
Yeah.
It gives me energy,
Yeah.
you know.
So if
Especially when you're tired, you haven't slept. A couple of shots, you're popping.
you're back in the game. If you were going to go and have a dance on the dance floor to like another DJ,
Yes.
who would it be?
It would be Carl Cox, Victor Calderon, Danny Tanaglio.
Yeah.
Because those are the people that I used to lose myself to, basically.
And now are like really close friends of yours.
And now close friends, and I work with them too. We do records together, and we play together. It's insane.
Who are like your best DJ friends?
Paco
Yeah.
is a very good friend of mine. Carl is a super amazing friend of mine. We are in touch all the time. Chris Liebing, Danny sends me these hilarious clips. I don't know where he digs them. But it's so amazing. All the New York guys, yeah. But there are a few, these are the tight ones.
Do you have like a DJ WhatsApp group?
A WhatsApp group? No.
You
It's just direct.
Direct.
Yeah.
Who's like the one that sends the most memes and random stuff?
Danny.
Really?
Yeah. Twisted.
He is actually really, because
He's got this sense of humor, like this New York queen sense of humor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what? When we did the panel at WMC, I loved that so much because, you know, when you don't know somebody that well and you're kind of a bit like, I don't know where this is going to go. I'd never spoken to Danny before, so I wasn't sure, you know,
Yeah.
does he speak much? Does he not? But
Oh, he speaks, yeah.
he was loving it, wasn't
Yeah,
he?
yeah, he loves it.
He is so funny.
Oh my God, hilarious. Sharp.
Yeah, like really, really sharp. Yeah, I love him. And what about Paco then? So obviously you met him because you booked him for his first gig in London.
Yeah, but the friendship came from playing together.
Yeah.
And doing remixes for each other, and that's how the connection started. And now we play a lot together. And a couple of years ago, we started opening up to each other on a personal level.
Yeah.
And that's how you become closer
Friends.
to someone, yeah.
Because you play a lot at his Now Here parties, right? At
In
High.
Ibiza, yeah.
Yeah.
He plays my parties in London. I think the first one that connected us was the Resistance in Miami, where we did a B3B with Paco, myself, and Dubfire.
Oh yeah, I remember
That's how the
that.
friendship started. Yeah.
Did you do that again at Resistance when it was Privilege as well, or was that you? Well, you did. There was
I think we did that, yeah.
there as well.
We did that show at my party in New York in 2019 at Avant Gardner. We did that too. So we did a lot of that throughout the years. Now he's playing my show in London in September.
Nice.
Yeah, we have a record that we're working on as well. So yeah, when he's down, he calls me. When I'm down, I call him. That's how you know you're friends, right?
Yeah, that's really nice. Is there anybody that you haven't played back to back with before that you would want to play back to back with?
Not really. Not anyone in specific. However, I do like the weird combinations.
Okay.
Yeah, because I like a challenge, and it makes you think and dig deeper. For example, I'll give you an example of out of the box back to back that came out of nowhere. Is a Resistance show in Ibiza, August 20, back to back with High Low. Like, yeah, let's see.
And?
I mean, I'm sure we're going to smash it.
Oh, so it hasn't happened
Not
yet?
yet.
Oh, okay.
In August it's going to happen.
Okay.
And I like those weird combinations.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It's interesting. It makes you think, and, you know, it makes you dig into your library a bit more. And I like that. It's creative.
What was the last challenge that you had? It doesn't have to be a back-to-back, but just last challenge in general.
In music or real life?
In music. Or real life. Just real life. Or in real life.
In real life, right? Yeah, because this is like, you know, for me.
What is this?
It's another world. It's like my safe place.
So you're in Ibiza quite a lot this season as well?
Yeah, in and out, in and out.
Do you not often just stay for longer? Do you just come in?
I'm trying to look at my calendar to stay at least 2 weeks and just sit in the sun and get a bloody tan because I'm disgustingly white. Terrible.
Studio.
Yeah, either studio, airport, hotels, dark places.
So what is your day-to-day actually like then if you're not on the road? Is it just studio?
So I try to do 2 days in the studio a week. Then I have to do my radio shows. Then I've got a couple of days of calls with the team, listening to music, downloading promos. Then I have to go.
Bye.
Ciao.
Gone.
Then back, do it all over again. Yeah, so I would rather do all of this in Ibiza. Maybe the first no, the first 2 weeks of July, maybe I will get based there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and have some time there
have some time there.
and get some sunshine. Are there any other hobbies that you have, like, that's outside of racing?
My hobby is the art of doing nothing that I'm trying to master, which is hard. Yeah, I have a lot of hobbies. I like the gym a lot, the steams, the massage, anything that's, calming and spiritual.
Yeah.
Mm,
Did I read somewhere that you're writing an
I
autobiography?
am, yeah.
How's that? How is it like writing about your own life and like reflecting on everything that's happened? Is it a nice process?
No, not really. It isn't.
Is it stressful?
It's bringing a lot of memories, and it's very cathartic. I cry a lot. Maybe it's sort of therapy that I need and that I never had. So I'm taking it like that.
Interesting. I guess it's like journaling.
Yeah, which I never did, and now I'm doing it. So,
Journaling's always really helped me whenever I've been like down and just like getting your thoughts out. Like sometimes, when you just have so many things in your head and you just can't think straight. So I'll just like get my journal out and just write stuff down, even if it doesn't make sense. And I just feel like, oh,
someone told me to do this, and I never did it. But now that I'm doing it, it's pretty intense.
yeah.
You do it every day, but
I don't do it every day. I would like to do it every day, but I would
does it spark emotions,
Yeah,
or is
yeah.
it like mechanical?
It does. It does if there's something that's being played. No, and to be honest with you, sometimes I'll start journaling wanting to write about something specific and I'll end up writing something that I didn't even know was in my head.
It's great.
Yeah, so obviously that is there somewhere, but I just didn't know that was playing on my mind. So then you just get it out and it's like, maybe I needed to get that out somewhere. So
I'm discovering this process right now.
yeah, with writing all about your life.
Mm.
And how did this project come about?
Maybe I'm thinking like what I'm gonna leave behind. Part of my legacy. Maybe no one's gonna care about it, but that's how I think.
People are going to care about it.
I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I'm thinking like it's like with this Ibiza house. I mean, I left a piece of art, like it's there, like it's tangible, and I'm thinking along those lines.
Yeah.
Like, what if one day something happens and I'm not there anymore? At least there's this behind me.
It's a really nice thing to do, I think.
And it's helping me on an emotional level also, a lot.
Do you find as well, because I often talk about this with artists doing interviews, that because you guys are just like non-stop, always on the road, I guess that you don't often have that time to like sit down, pause and like reflect on everything that's happened.
It's so hard.
Yeah.
It's so hard to be in silence. Yeah. I'm finding it very hard. This is why I want to go to Ibiza, because it will help me do that.
What, just disconnect?
Yeah, because I'm out of my environment. London for me is like work, right?
Yeah.
When I'm outside of that space, I can just zen out a little bit and regroup and find myself a little bit. And yeah, I'm surrounded with noise the whole time. Yeah. And it's hard to be in silence.
Yeah. It's true, isn't it? It's so true. Maybe you should try one of these retreats where you just don't talk to anyone for like days
No.
on
Let's not go too far. But The other place that will help me do that is Bali, and I go there every year. That is a place where I can really
Relax.
relax.
I've never been to Bali before.
It's what Ibiza used to be 20 years ago.
What Ibiza used to be 20 years ago.
Yeah. But unfortunately now Bali is going to turn into another Ibiza, so it's time to find another spot.
Where do you think that spot would be? Like, does that even, like, where would this spot be that is just...
Lagos, I'm going there a lot, if more often now.
Are you?
Africa. It's a different vibe and it's lovely.
Do you have a favourite place that you like to travel to?
Ibiza and Bali are my favorite. To switch off and to have a little break.
Yeah. If you don't get caught up in it and you like end up going to clubs and parties, it has definitely got that nice downside to it
Yeah.
where you can just chill.
I won't get caught up in it.
You won't get caught up in it.
No. But I do have crazy friends, and they tend to do everything in the villa. So that's crazier than being in a club.
Yeah, literally.
Right?
Literally. So true. So I would literally sit and chat with you here for hours on end, drinking wine.
Right.
But I know that we're... I don't want to keep you too long on a Friday. I know you've had a long week.
Thank you.
But I do have a few last questions.
Tell me.
So one of them is, we play a game, it's called Pass the Question. So each podcast guest passes on a question to the next artist. So the last artist was Adam Beyer. And his question for you was, let me see if I get this right. What is your view on the current techno and hard techno scene, especially with social media? What's your thoughts on it and where is it going?
You know, I used to listen to this type of music 20 years ago. I think the kids are going to grow older and they will veer away from that and discover another style of music. And the younger ones will be taking that place again. I don't think it's going to last for too long. I don't know. It might not last for too long. Like anything these days. There is a hype for like 2 or 3 years or 5 years, like EDM, for example.
Yeah.
Now it's completely died. And all the EDM DJs are playing or want to play techno. So, and they're kind of merging that sound with techno and calling it techno, but it's not. It's a mishmash of sounds at the moment. Where it's heading, as long as there's TikTok and social media, I don't think it's going to stop.
We were actually talking about this morning at the at BMC at the conference, and we were saying that do you think people now they want authenticity and kind of like going back to listening to old music.
True.
And you know.
And the thing is, all the music that is out now from any genre is all recycled from the older records. Like, where's the creativity? Where's the innovation?
Yeah.
We don't have that, and it's time to change it, for sure.
What is your question for the next guest? It doesn't even have to be music related. It could be anything.
Okay. Wow. Could be anything. What do you think of an artist that plays house and techno at the same time? Is it confusing to people?
Very interesting question. I like it. My last question. I'll let you know what they say.
Yeah, good.
I don't know who's the next person that we. Oh, it's Kolsch actually.
Okay.
So I'll let you know what his answer is.
Cool.
The last question is, because the podcast is called Can You Put Me on Guest List, I ask everyone the same question. Do you have a guest list rule?
No, you gotta have tight ass if you're a guy. ripped with six packs to look good behind me.
That is actually, I've literally asked about 150 people this question, and I think that is my favourite ever answer. And that's how you do it.
That's how you roll, baby.
I love that. I actually saw a video the other day, and you know Coco and Breezy?
Yeah.
So they had got in the booth just like loads and loads of really ripped guys with all their tops off, and they were like, so if the guys can DJ with girls in bikinis, we're gonna do it. And it was just a DJ booth full of guys.
I said this to in 2017, I think it was. I said this to one Italian DJ. He invited me to play his show. And I said, only on the basis that I get to choose all the ripped guys to be behind me. And they got so offended. That was in 2017.
No way.
I guess now it passes a bit easier, but back then it was shocking to guys for a woman to ask this. But it's okay for them to bring them on stage, right?
Yeah, exactly. So it's okay that you guys can do it. What about if we just asked for loads of men with their tops off in the booth?
Yeah.
I love it.
It's funny.
Thank you so much. It's been so lovely chatting with you.
Amazing.
And
we should do it again off camera.
We should.
Yeah.
We'll go for a nice wine somewhere. No, we'll go racing.
Let's do it.
Thank you.
Thank you, my love. Cheers.
Yay.
Chin chin.
Chin chin. Thank you.
Thank you. That was fun.
Did you enjoy it?